All right, let's just get right into it. The entire world of AI infrastructure just got hit by a seismic event, and we are going to break down this absolutely historic, game-changing deal between Nebius and Meta. Seriously, this is so much more than a big contract. It's like the AI cloud playbook just got completely rewritten.
Just take a second and let that number sink in. $27 billion. That's the kind of scale we're dealing with here. It's a 5-year deal for dedicated AI compute power, and it has, like overnight, created a brand new titan in this industry.
And you know, that's not me being dramatic. That's not an exaggeration at all. The announcement that dropped on March 16th, that wasn't just another corporate press release. No way. It was basically a declaration, establishing Nebius as the new gatekeeper for the kind of high-end GPU power that's going to run the world's most advanced AI.
So you gotta be asking, why would Meta make such a massive bet? Well, it really boils down to two things: speed and specialization. Meta is trying to scale its Llama AI models like crazy, and they've realized they just can't afford to wait around for the traditional cloud guys to build the super specialized infrastructure they need for what's coming next.
Okay, but here's where it gets really fascinating. How the deal itself is put together. This is not just some blank check. It is, and I mean this, a masterclass in strategy. It's all built on these two brilliant pillars that work out incredibly well for both companies.
So pillar number 1 is this $12 billion guaranteed floor. What this does is it locks in dedicated AI clusters for Meta, kicking off in 2027. But the really critical part? These clusters are guaranteed to be running on NVIDIA's next-gen Vera Rubin platform. This lets Meta design its future Llama models knowing the exact hardware they'll be on. That is a huge technical advantage.
And that leads us to the second pillar, which is just brilliant, the $15 billion backstop strategy. So Meta has promised to buy all this capacity, but, and this is the genius part, only if Nebius can't sell it to somebody else first. This gives Nebius the total security of guaranteed revenue, while at the same time letting them go out and chase higher-paying clients, like hot startups or big companies. It's the ultimate safety net, but without them becoming just a captive supplier for Meta.
So when you put these two pillars together, you get a financial shockwave for Nebius. A deal this big, it doesn't just bring in money, it validates their entire business model. And maybe most importantly, it totally de-risks the insane amount of capital they have to spend to build these massive AI factories.
And you can see the impact right away. I mean, analysts are just scrambling to update their spreadsheets. After doing about $500 million in 2025, the projections are now just rocketing to over $3 billion in 2026, and then jumping again to over $6.5 billion by 2027. For a company that's burning billions to grow, this kind of visibility into future cash flow is incredible.
So what's the grand total here? Well, when you take this new Meta deal and you add it to their existing $17.4 billion contract with Microsoft, Nebius's total contract backlog is now approaching a staggering $50 billion. They are absolutely playing in a league of their own now.
But you know, there's a secret key that unlocks all of this. Their deep, deep partnership with NVIDIA. Just 5 days before this deal was announced, NVIDIA itself invested $2 billion into Nebius. They see Nebius as the company they can trust to be the very first to deploy their most advanced, liquid-cooled hardware at a scale, gigawatt scale, that's just never been done before. This isn't just about renting servers. It's about selling a level of performance, a kind of performance moat that the old guard just can't compete with.
And the ripple effects of this are just massive. This deal, it really signals a breakdown of the old-school hyperscaler oligopoly. The giants, AWS, Azure, Google, they are no longer the only game in town when it comes to the biggest, most demanding AI workloads.
And why is that? Well, it's because the models are totally different. Think about it. Traditional hyperscalers are built to be a Swiss Army knife, good for all kinds of general-purpose stuff. But these specialized neoclouds like Nebius, they're more like a surgeon's scalpel, optimized purely for AI. They offer these super high-density GPU clusters and performance that's so close to the bare metal, meaning you get maximum efficiency with almost no overhead. And that's exactly what the world's biggest data users, like Meta, now need for their most important jobs.
So the ink on the deal is dry. What's next? Well, the entire focus now pivots from deal-making to pure execution. So let's look at the key milestones coming up that are going to really determine Nebulize's future from here on out.
Okay, so the immediate test is rolling out the next phase of NVIDIA's Blackwell chips, but really all eyes are going to be on the third quarter of 2026. That is the power-on date for their 1.2 gigawatt AI factory in Missouri. Hitting that deadline is absolutely critical.
After that, we'll be watching for the first pre-orders of that Vera Rubin platform, and of course, the key earnings reports that are going to tell us if this incredible hockey stick growth is actually materializing.
And that really brings us to the single most important theme for this company moving forward. It's simple. Nebius has the contracts, they have the capital, and they have that all-important NVIDIA partnership. Everything from here on out hinges on one thing: their ability to execute, to actually build these massive projects on time and on budget.
So, what's the big takeaway here? With this one single deal, NBIS has officially secured its seat at the head of the table in the AI economy. They've literally transformed themselves from an ambitious startup into what is essentially an indispensable utility, providing the fundamental infrastructure that is going to power the future of intelligence itself.
And that leaves us with the one ultimate question. The opportunity here is almost unimaginably huge, but the risk of actually pulling it off is equally enormous. On paper, they have everything they need to succeed. But now, with the whole world watching, can they actually build it in time?